here with us on Overdrive. Now, Rohit's sense of adventure took him from driving a Maserati in LA all the way to Spain to ride the BMW R 1300 GSA. Let's take a look at that exclusive ride.
We are in the sun-soaked Málaga to ride the new BMW R 1300 GSA. You've already seen the GS version of this. We rode it back in Ladakh, but here it's going to be a little different. We are going to take this motorcycle all the way to the southern tip of Spain. We are taking the long way round, and it promises to be quite exciting. BMW's R 1300 GSA isn't just another adventure bike. It's an imposing piece of engineering built to stare down the toughest terrains with a smirk. While it maintains the iconic GS silhouette, the design has evolved with more aggressive, boxy lines. We've all made our jokes. We said, yeah, it's got a bit of that Pan Am inspiration. Well, you know what? Let's just throw all those jokes out of the window, because now that I'm seeing it in the flesh, honestly, I'm blown away. The form, yes, sometimes it feels like it's inspired from the old BMW GS key, because the new one's gone a little diamond shape. The old one looks a lot like that with the tank and the horizontal lines that you see. But yeah, when they say that it was inspired by a Swiss knife, I kind of agree, because it's not just the form but also the function that makes it very much like a Swiss knife. Now, what differentiates the GSA is everything that contributes to that imposing stance. So what you get primarily is the big, massive 30-litre tank. That's been the traditional GSA thing. You also get longer suspension travel compared to the GS. You're also going to get a longer subframe. Both are running aluminum subframes for that lightweight, but this one's going to go longer to give you a bigger pillion seat and to also give you better luggage mounting points and better load-bearing capacity. In fact, every nook and corner that you see on the motorcycle, like these bits here, or even the panels right here, or even the quarter panels here, they are all designed to be function over form. Despite being built like a tank, the GSA's build quality is anything but agricultural. Every bolt and weld feels over-engineered in true BMW fashion, as if they expect you to ride straight into the apocalypse and come out on the other side grinning. From cobbles to gravel to trails that would make a mountain goat reconsider its life choices, the GSA stands tall and takes it all in its stride. Despite the intimidating 260+ kilo weight on paper, the GSA feels superbly balanced once you're moving. Navigating the tight Málaga roundabouts or weaving through damp, mist-shrouded roads never felt intimidating, thanks to the GSA's meticulous weight balance. It's a bike that welcomes seasoned adventurers but remains approachable for newcomers to the GS world. Kicking off from Málaga, we hit the open highways, and the GSA's updated 1300cc boxer twin roared to life with all the drama you would hope for from a true adventure machine of this caliber. Producing a robust 145 PS and 149 Newton meters of torque, it shares its gusty character with the 1300 GS we tackled Ladakh with earlier this year. On the move, both of them feel very sprightly, and if you just want to do that laid-back cruising, both these machines are going to do that quite well too. The other standard bit, of course, is the engine protection parts that you get. Some of the other protection parts, the weather protection that you get, that is going to be over and above what you get with the 1300 GS. Even with the added bulk of the GSA, the power delivery is immense. Snap the throttle open and you're met with a surge that makes overtaking or blasting out of corners an absolute joy. BMW has fine-tuned the power delivery for a smoother experience compared to the 1250 GSA. But don't mistake smooth for boring. Twist the throttle and you are launched forward with torque so massive, it makes rival bikes feel like they are throwing tantrums instead of delivering power.
The other difference is going to be the ride height. It's not just the suspension travel, but also the seat height that is higher. You're looking at between 850 to 870 millimeters, at least at the time of testing this motorcycle. There are going to be comfort options. Of course, you'll be getting a lower seat, a comfort seat. You will be able to get a lowering kit. All of that is going to be there. And then there is also the adaptive ride height, which will not only maintain the ride height depending on the pillion, the luggage, the weight on it, so it will adjust the preload, but it will also, when you come to a standstill, when you are at slow speeds, also drop the height for you. The moment you come to a halt, it quickly drops. You'll not even feel the dropping happening, and then you can get your feet flat on the ground. So whether you are riding off the road or just pulling over at a traffic light, anything, it will always make it very manageable.
Where many large displacement bikes struggle with low speed control, the GSA keeps it manageable, offering power from the base of the rev range to maintain momentum. When we ventured onto rocky trails, that low-down torque kept things under control, and the weight distribution had me feeling far braver than I probably should. And if you want to test its top speed, north of 200 kilometers an hour, just make sure you've got the right insurance, for research purposes.
Speaking of making the big GS manageable, what they've also done is an automatic transmission. For beginners, this is a much lighter system. It adds about 2.5 kgs over and above the stock engine and sequential gearbox that the motorcycle runs. The DCT adds almost 10 kilos. The DCT is also quite sensitive to the hot conditions that we have in India. Of course, Honda has proven its reliability, but we know that the DCTs can sometimes get affected by those hot riding conditions. This gearbox, however, is not going to face that problem. Like I said, it's the conventional gearbox. It's just a computer doing the clutch and the shifting for you.
In a nutshell, the automatic on the GS is a real game changer. The gear changes are so precise, they would make a Swiss watch blush. And even when I tried to trip it across various terrains and riding scenarios, it didn't falter. No clunky shifts, no delays, just pure telepathic smoothness.
Now, like I said, the elephant in the room, the size of the motorcycle, right? Whether you're riding off-road, whether you're hitting the twisties, you will be amazed at what this motorcycle can do. Irrespective of whether you're going with the automatic or the manual, that weight is masked so well. The way the motorcycle enters corners, the way it picks up and exits corners, the kind of agility that you have, the nimbleness that you have is unbelievable.
BMW's telelever and paralever suspension systems are like the unsung heroes on the GS. Steady, reliable, and ready to make you look better than you actually are. As for safety, BMW's packed in all the features you could dream of. ABS Pro, traction control, and combined braking. They operate quietly in the background, like a stealthy guardian angel. Starting at an estimated 23 to 24 lakh rupees ex-showroom, the R1300 GSA is a serious financial commitment. It isn't the kind of bike you buy for weekend rides around the neighborhood. No, this is a machine for those who seek adventure touring as a way of life. The question isn't so much about whether it's worth the price. Rather, it's about whether you will make the most of what this engineering marvel has to offer.
Well, it's time to head into our final break here on the show, but coming up on the other side, we tell you all about the latest generation Ather 450X.